This daf Yom Yerushalmi Terumos Trumas the article Oz Bahar Desha. We're on daf Ayin Vav Amud Aleph. We are Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Bun, the third line down, and in the Vilna where it should be on daf Mem Gimel Amud Aleph. Also, well, the second line down. Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Bun. Okay, so we're talking about the danger because of sakana. Yesterday we spoke about shouldn't put something under your armpit because the zayah of the armpit is considered to be sakana. And Rabbi Yosef Bun, along the following line, a similar line says, Rabbi Yosef, Bun kol zayah did not become a barnash hama abavesu. Any perspiration comes to human beings is samamavis, meaning it is poisonous, venomous, upon him except for the perspiration of the face. Kachlon Rabbi Yonason, when he asked Rabbi Yonason, Amalon, he said, Arva du nafshach ana? He said, am I, you are the guarantor of your soul? In other words, you should also be careful from zayas upon him. In other words, even though perhaps it's different, never can tell, don't take your chances. Amar Rabbi Yana said, in zita shachor. If a person survives, then that's an interesting thing. If a person survives, then his eyes are black in his eye. His life is black in his eyes. In other words, a person who's alive. It's alive, and it doesn't seem like a terrible thing, but he doesn't pay attention. It's insignificant to him. Being ovad margale, but if he gets lost, a person's in danger, then he looks at himself as losing a significant precious stone. So then person's usually not nizhar enough, and therefore he doesn't sound because doesn't give his life enough significance. He doesn't think about his remaining alive. If a person's in danger, then his life all of a sudden becomes very precious, but should not have let it reach that stage. Amar Shimon Laka said, Ilu Zavnis Garmachla Ludin. If you would sell yourself to cannibals, which Rabbi Yerushalmi did do, a famous case, Gemara Gittin, Mem Zayin or Ralph, where he did in order to eradicate them. So if you sold yourself to cannibals, have a massive limited car, you would have sold yourself for a lot of money because obviously it's very dangerous. And here, for a little amount of money, whatever you're saving by eating the bread which is on your armpit, whatever the case may be, you're selling yourself for very little. So again, person has to be very careful. Tani, when she's galu, water which came a covered layabouts and base, so you should not use it in order to tamp down with its dampness. I don't know about tamp and damp are related. Tamp down with the dampness of that moisture, the dust in your house, the dirt in your floor. Of a person who's supposedly barefoot might walk in that place, and venom which might have gone into that might go into their wound, and it's going to going to cause harm. The Kamara says not even if he has a wound, might get between his toes. I guess the skin is softer and have their negative impact. You should not give him to a non-Jew because this Rambam Hilchos Utzerach Perek Dal Halacha says you're not allowed to cause a non-Jew to die. So you can't you can't say no. Give him to a goy. I think it seems it's a Dora Pasha, but I think what he means to say is that we have a Gemara which says that goyim maybe their bodies were differently because each got some ramosim and their bodies are a higher heat, and therefore the poison might not affect them. So they're coming to say can't take these chances. You can assume that goyim because the higher body heat is not going to be affected by the poison. No, you can't give him can't give him the Maimagulim to. Now looking in the article, I see that Hitaka brings out the Pshat name of Reb Meir Arik, the Tal Torah. And whenever it's right on bottom base is what it says that they have a higher body, therefore they are less damaged by the venom. And for the Kiddush here is that even still you shouldn't give it them. Baruch Shekibanti. Okay? Baruch Hashem. Flesh command layers chaver, shouldn't give it to your friend's animal. Again, assumably their biology is different, so it might not be as big a problem. Avomashku bamto, but you can give it to your own animal. So the Farshim say that in fact the animals are usually not killed by poison, but they are weakened and they get better again. So therefore, if you don't have anything else to give your animal to drink, you can give to drink your own animal, and that is actually from the Ras Aurelio. Maishis Galu, the water which became uncovered, you shouldn't use it in order to make cement. You should use it in order to launder your clothes. And you should not use it to rinse your plates, your cups, and your pots. Part of your Rav goes that say you should not use them to wash your face, hands, and legs. Say it's only a problem where you have a scratch, a wound. But pano kasirte, and your face is like a scratch, a wound. And therefore, even though there's no obvious wound, it's because of the many pores on your face. So therefore, it's a problem. You should use the face regardless. And here, this is where obviously the Kapanoki got it from before. Russians both the other Baraklo Kisirto Hain. The heads of your the tips of your fingers and your fingers and toes are like a sirta. I assume that means between. He says here, the Kapanoki brings down that first he says. Let's forget that first of all. He says Russia is both. He says is between the skin and the nail. So it's over there, so it can get in, and over here also between the I guess also back there is the issue where you're walking barefoot between the skin and the nail. My Nizgalu, if you have water which came uncovered, like a masisa, shouldn't use it to make dough, even though I guess you want to bake it, don't take a chance. Maybe the chemi amar for a mutter. No, if you bake it, it's okay. Ish eres nachash, I guess you should still put it in, but if you did bake it, it's okay. And ish eres nachash kala because the poison evaporates or breaks down in the heat. It's only if the dough does not fall flat when you're baking it. Unless if the dough falls flat, that shows that the poison affected, and also it's forbidden to eat from it. How come everybody agrees that water, which is heated up, is still also? So the more has to have this question: what's the difference between a bread where it's okay and water where it's not okay? Kind of shortly, but kind of ain't shortly. One case the fire is back to the other, it's not. Kind of klimafsik, kind of ain't klimafsik. So when you heat up water, the keli interposes between the fire and the water, and therefore it is not going to break down properly. Whereas when in the oven, when you bake bread, there is no interrupting keli. They used to pitas they make on putting stuff inside the oven. So therefore there is it's going to be broken down and counted with the fire. I think also one could say, I don't know if this is what the Gemara meant, that water boils at a lower point than dough cooks, right? Water boils 220 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas normally you're baking bread, it's over 300. Okay, Shmuel Maya Seli Russia Ze'ani and Isha Sel Chamin. Shmuel said, what is this wicked snake going to do to me? The wicked one snake. I only drink hot. So Shmuel, that tells the Shmuel holds Sonish Nasu Chamin Mutari. This is that if you have hot water, it's he disagrees. He says once water is hot, heat it up, it's okay. So he disagrees with the previous Gemara. The Rabbi Chanan asked, Russia Sudaita Nakia. Steak is very spoiled. It doesn't drink water, which hot water to cool down. The It's moved the other direction. So much hot became cold as mutter. But Rabbi Yochanan said Ben Zev also. No matter what it's also, you don't take chances. Let's see beside Rabbi Yochanan. The Bible support Rabbi Yochanan. It's coming. Kozman Shemalin Hevel Harelu Mutorin. It's a hot water, as long as it's boiling on the stove, it's permitted because the snake is afraid of the boiling. Regular water, which came revealed, even though he heated up, so that price seems to indicate like Rabbi Yochanan. Says more further. Tanya, you want to make kavashim. Water was, well, the word Tanya is only in the Kavanaki. Make vashim, water which used to pickle vegetables. Vegetables, water used to cook vegetables. Make tumusim, water which used to cook lupins. I'm not sure whether they separated separately, but in any event, they cooked more, but that's because it's carbochomer. Anyway, harei mutar, they're all mutar. So they become like fruit juice, and snakes don't drink fruit juice except for wine. Mayim shidir beim kavashim, water which you cooked pickled vegetables or shlokos or vegetables which were which you rinsed by him. Which you rinse pickled vegetables or shlokos and cooked vegetables, termustin or lupins, and they're awesome. If you could use them also to rinse grapes and lower grade grapes, also awesome. If you have a sieve of wine, and you pour wine into it with the dregs, and the wine falls to the bottom, and it catches the dregs. If it's corked on top, even though it's not the sieve is sitting lightly on top of the barrel underneath, it doesn't completely cover it. It's okay. It's mutter. Because the Bavli says, but so that on a base, a snake doesn't drink when there's stuff dripping. As long as there's stuff dripping from the upper part of the sieve, it's not going to drink from the lower part. This guy says that the bottom part was well covered by the sieve, even though the upper part is not covered properly, it's all uncovered. Because the poison of the snake stands in the sieve. It's too thick, it's viscous. It stands like a woven garment. Therefore it stands on top. On my blazer says it's shulul toraf. That's why we didn't mix it, didn't shake the sieve. If you shook the sieve, also then it can actually, the poison will go down on account of the pressure, and therefore it is also. Lagin betiko mutter. If you have a bottle of wine wrapped up in a container, like a teak, briefcase, it's mutter. But that's but if it's covered with a cover, but not corked, it's usher. Because then the snake can remove that cork. I guess it's lightly corked. Mutter. If the pekak was chutz, meaning it was chutzeitz, says the Rashi. So it says meaning it's very strongly put in, it is okay. The other pshatim here, chutz, but the bottom line is, I think it's the general understanding is that it's a loose cork, no good. A tight cork, it's okay. Chemorai, the two Amorai, Charamak Kadeshi Yinata Bakako, and I guess actually they are they're trying to define what is what's considered tight. One is that Kadeshi Yinata Bakako, it's if you carry the it's mutter if it meets one of these two criteria. One number, so what's the criteria? That if you hold it by the pekak, you can wave the bottle around. So therefore the top is tightly corked. If it's so tightly corked that you can't get like the tip of a weaver's needle inside between the bottle and the cork. Rabbi said, somebody wants to do the best thing even for Megullah, not for kashrus issues. Pocky clay, he corks it and covers it as well. Luggage Shenichel B'Shita Tiva Migdal, if you left a bottle in a closet of some sort, Mishalcho, and you forgot it, because and you came back and found it, also, it's forbidden. That's not enough. The fact that you left it there in a closet, the snake can get into the closet. But if you checked it, if there was a snake inside the closet, or a hole which a snake could come through, and then left it, it's okay. The case had in front of Rebbe, he says, saw that there was a certain snake which was able to lift up a cover and drink it and cover the jug again. They rushes in the Caucasus of Kisuyan because this one very smart but wicked snake, obviously. We're going to ruin all the coverings. Covers enough. Even though Rebbe said that when he wants to do well, Paki Machasam, he said it's not required, and this is a it's too remote a scenario. I said, let me start with the law. Yuvda who also. He says this heter of Rebbe, the law is like loda, eloda. He says only in this case that Rebbe saw. Well, actually, let me start with the law. The also. In other words, not this case. The law. Hayuvda. In other words, if you see, you know what the Choshesh snake is going to uncover. If you see it, obviously, it's also okay. So, in this case specifically, it would be also to drink. Check the answer. It's the same shot here. Yeah. There's a Chaim brings up Reb Chaim. He says, even if he didn't, in this case, even if he didn't see him drinking actually from the bottle, still, you have to be choshesh because they don't cover the bottle and it's also.